Okay, so got it all ground down. I'll show you closely in a second. The stuff I'm going to treat it with. See that? Hammerite rust stuff. Basically it turns rust into good metal. Give that a treat with that. Leave that for an hour or so for it to cure off, and then I'll just give it a coat of paint. Then I'll seam in the middle there. Okay, all it is a bit of rust just going around the seams. I just dug some of the sealant out, wire weld it back on the end of the drill, and there's a bit on the other end of the arch as well. Okay, I just did a lockdown haircut as well. Right, and the poor lighting. Unfortunately, I'm new to this YouTubing marquee, and I've not really got set up. I mean, I ain't even got a proper tripod. It's just a suction cup to the side of the van. But, anyway, instruction says shake container well and pour required amount into a small plastic container. Brush and apply directly into rust area, working well into any pitted areas and edges. Avoid coating onto painted areas. It says here to reapply a second coat within 1 hour if you need to. Don't put any top coat paint on for 3 hours. Okay, so it might be something I do just today and then I'll leave it. You do it tomorrow or come back a bit later, I don't know. But anyway, Chinese container. Everyone's got these kicking around. Smallest brush up fine. For some reason I thought these come with a brush in them, but they don't obviously. So anyway, let's go. Give it a shake. There we go. Don't really know how much I need. I can always put a bit more in if need be. Probably about that much. I'll put some more in if need be. Brush it in, get it all into the areas like it said. I ain't too bothered if it goes on the paint, it discolours it a bit. So it's all undercover. Anyway, right in there. On the seam. Typical, isn't it? Neighbour likes to start off his Harley. I think that'll do. That's good. You all know when it's cured up because the rust will go black. I mean, that's already starting to darken off, and that blackness is where it's changed the molecular structure of that. I don't really know the science of it, me using big words, I'm not kidding anybody, but I think it basically changes the chemical makeup of that rust. I mean, for a 15 plate van, I'm a bit surprised it's like this, but I suppose it's with all the spray up of the wheel and so on. It's going to get a bit of rust on it. I know these Sprinter Crafter things are not the least rusty things, they always rust out. Getting onto the subject of why we chose a Crafter over a Sprinter. No real reason, same band really. I like the front end more than I do the Sprinter. Plus you get that whole Volkswagen sort of dub vibe thing going on. I know it's not a true Volkswagen, but you can technically call yourself within the Volkswagen group, can't you? But I just like the front end more than I do the Sprinter. We did deliberate over, done a Citroen Relay in the past, did deliberate over them. I had loads of gearbox troubles, engine troubles and all that, which is why we got rid of the vehicle in the end. I didn't want to take a gamble of putting all that money into a vehicle on time and the engine lets down, the gearbox lets down. These seem pretty robust. They seem fairly cheap to repair if anything does go wrong. That's why we went for this. They're a little bit longer than the Relay. We did contemplate on the Transit Jumbo, but I don't know. The overall internal dimensions don't seem as big as the Crafter Sprinter. Now, I weighed up all the measurements of width, length, height, all that malarkey, and the Relay is actually, let's say Relay, it's Fiat Ducato, Peugeot Boxer, all the same thing, aren't they? They're the widest in the range when it comes to width. We are sleeping sideways. Now, I'm 6'1/2". I will have to sleep diagonally, but we're going to try and scallop out some of this upper window frame a bit, just to give us an extra couple of inches. And we all know inches mean, right? You know, they're good inches. But I digress. The Relay is one of the shortest in the range out of the three that we looked at, i.e. the Relay, Transit and Sprinter. Yeah, they're the shortest, but they are the widest. Height don't really bother me as long as I can stand up in this with about 100mm to spare. And I worked that out even with my insulation, 50mm in the floor, 50mm in the ceiling. Now the ceiling, you got your rafters, so the 50mm is going to be lost within the rafters, so we're going to lose probably 6mm on the roof in total, thickness of the ply or tongue groove, whatever we do. You can see it's gone proper dark now. I'll give that about another half an hour, and I might brush another coat over, and then I'll leave that for a few hours. So I'll see you in a bit. It's gone proper purple and dark. Now it's treating the rust. The metal areas are still shiny because that's good metal, but where the rust was, it's gone proper dark and purple, and that will go black afterwards. It's a bit darker this side because it's not good light in there. See, it's not too bad, it's just I'm at this stage, I might as well treat it. Okay, we last left off, I treated the rust on the wheel arch. That's been 4 or 5 days now. It's all set off. I've painted it. I was going to record painting it, but you've seen painting, it's just dabbing some paint on, so the battery went flat on the GoPro, so I just figured I'd just get on with it and paint it, and I'll show you the results now. Okay, you see, it's all been painted, it looks nice and clean. It's I ain't too bothered about the brush marks, like I said, it's all going to be undercover and so on. So the main concern was stopping the rust. I am going to give it a little bead of seam sealer in there just to stop it going through. But I made sure all the paint was going right down into the crease as much as I could. Now when the better weather comes, at some point I'll get it jacked up, take the wheels off, and see if I need to address anything from the other side. Going to finish that one off there. It's just a short sweet little video just demonstrating how to get rid of any untoward rust or surface paint loss or anything like that you may stumble across. Don't panic about it, just treat it, get on with it. It's all undercover anyway, so don't panic, don't get disheartened. If you enjoyed these videos, please like, subscribe and share. I'm hoping to build the channel into a substantial channel. We're going to be doing van tours around UK and Europe and things like that, and going to campsites, wild camping, Camp Quirky we'd like to go to. We've always seen these things on YouTube and never managed to get to one, but we're going to go to one definitely as soon as we can, as soon as the lockdown's over. Also, I've got a Suzuki GSR 750. It's a naked Suzuki bike. I'll take you on some journeys with that from time to time, and we'll see what adventures we can get up to. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.